Welcome to your first Algebra 1 video of the year. This is kind of exciting. I know you can hardly wait. This little section covers 1-7. There are a few different videos I will record for you in this case. The first one deals with the distributive property. And again, just a quick review of the distributive property. When you distribute a value or something outside the parentheses to within, what you are doing is multiplying that outside value by every term inside. So for example, in A, we're going to distribute this 5 by multiplying it to each one inside. So we're going to have the 5 times the x, and then 5 times the 7, which becomes 35. And there is that result. The second one, B, we're going to do the same thing with 12. We're going to distribute it by multiplying each term inside by that 12. Well, 12 times 3, that's 36. And we're going to look at 12 times negative 1/6. We're going to ignore the negative ones and just talk about what is 12 times 1/6. And 12 times 1/6, again, when you multiply a whole number, the 12, by a fraction, only multiply it to the numerator. Some people want to multiply it to both, but you only multiply it to the numerator because this 12 is like 12 over 1, and then we multiply straight across. So 12 times that numerator, 12 times 1 is 12 over 6, and then we might be able to reduce that, which we can. 6 goes into both 6 and 12, so that becomes 2t. Well, it was 12 times negative 1/6, which causes the product to be negative. In the third one, we'll distribute this 3. And once again, multiplying 3 times 0.4. Well, a lot of you know that 3 times 4 is 12. But we have one decimal place there, so we need one decimal place in our product. So 3 times 0.4 becomes 1.2. Same thing with 3 times 1.1. A lot of you know that 3 times 11 is 33. But since we have one decimal place there, we need one decimal place in our product. And the 3.3c. Now with D, something happens when we distribute this negative y. Negative y times 2y, again, that becomes negative 2. And we're going to have 2 y's there that we multiply, so we're going to have an exponent of 2 there, negative 2y squared. Then we take the negative y times negative 1. Negative times a negative becomes a positive. 1 times y is just 1y or 1. And those are the first 4 examples. The next 4 just involves distributing a negative. If it helps you think of distributing a negative 1, do that. What that negative outside essentially does is just change the sign of everything inside. So negative 1 times a, negative a. Negative 1 times 5, negative 5. And that second one is what often gets missed. So you need to be careful that you don't miss that negative. Now, again, with the review, negative times a negative is a positive. So negative 1 times negative x is positive x. Negative 1 times 31 is negative 31. For G, negative times 4x, negative 1 times 4x is negative 4x. Negative 1 times a negative 12, that minus in front means a negative. So negative 1 times negative 12 is positive 12. And finally, H, negative 6m. Negative 1 times negative 9m becomes a positive 9m. And the result. Okay, next we'll I believe we're taking a look at simplifying fractions using the distributive property.